Yo, what's good? MikeO from Let's Talk About It. Hit that subscribe button, please. So, we got a big card coming up this weekend. We got Terrence Crawford going up against Israel Madrimov. This should be a huge night of boxing. Very good undercard. I like the names on there. Let's run down who's also fighting on this card. We got David Morrell fighting Kaljovic. I'm chewing up that name. I apologize in advance. We got Issa Cruz going up against Jose Valenzuela. We got Jared Anderson going up against Martin Bacol. Andy Ruiz is fighting Gerald Miller. And Andy Cruz is fighting Antonio Moran. These are pretty good fights. I think, my Saturday is going to be filled up 8 o'clock till about 11 p.m. because I'm going to watch each and every one of these fights. Now, I'm not going to break down the entire card. However, I do want to, outside of the main event, there's another fight that is really catching my attention, and that's the Jared Anderson Martin Bacol fight. Now, this is going to be a huge step up for Jared Anderson. Winning this fight would probably start putting him into a class of boxer to where, you're going to have to start seeing him, going up against those top 3-4 names in boxing. The Anthony Joshuas, the Tyson Furies, the Usyks, the Zhilei Zhang. You got to start putting them in that class of fighter if he can walk out of this fight with a victory. Now, Bacol, he does let his hands go. He's quick to be a big man. He throws an arsenal of punches, a very good offensive fighter. I think that he's going to attack Jared Anderson right away, and then we're going to have to see if he can weather that storm. Again, biggest fight of Jared Anderson's career. I quite honestly feel that, whoever wins this fight between either fighter is going to catapult their career to start fighting those big names that I just listed off. You know what? Let's talk about Andy Ruiz and Gerald Miller. I wasn't going to talk about this fight, but to be totally honest, this is going to probably be a slugfest. Probably won't go past 5 rounds. Andy Ruiz hasn't fought since 2022. But Gerald Miller, I don't think he take boxing serious enough. I think that he could have been a better fighter if he was able to just control his weight a little bit more. But Ruiz lost a lot of weight. When I last saw him, he lost a ton of weight. But I just don't know. Not since fights since in over 2 years. I think that this will be a slugfest, but I think Gerald Miller is going to knock him out by the 5th for sure. So now let's talk Bud and Madrimov. Now I'm gonna be honest. I think that this is gonna be pretty light work for Terrence Crawford, although I do kind of like Madrimov's style as far as he's more of an inside guy. I see him throw those like Mike Tyson type hooks. He applies pressure, and I think that if he gets into Crawford's face early, he may be able to land some punches that maybe Bud isn't ready for, and maybe he can rock Bud and we can see something crazy happen. I think that's the only chance he has at winning this fight. If he jumps off right off the bat, he goes onto the attack, he maybe can catch Bud off guard. But besides that, Bud is one of the greatest pound for pounds right now. So I can't see him, losing to this guy who, I think that although he has those little Mike Tyson hooks, he overcommits to his punches way too much. And that's going to happen in this fight. And it's only going to lead to Bud scoring probably a knockout. I'd say by the 7th round knockout for Terrence Crawford. And more importantly, I think the most important thing about this fight will be the post fight and to see who he calls out and who he can draw out for a fight. I hope it's Canelo Alvarez. You guys let me know what you think. What do you think about this card? I'm excited for it. I love seeing a card full of decent names on the card that we can watch so we can have a good time for the whole night. So let me know what you think. Like, comment, and subscribe. And until next time, I am out.